Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, so let's get back to our brick stamping, and excuse my hands. I just wanted to finish these cards while I'm still like super inky. It's come off, well, it's coming off pretty well, except this. I feel like I'm turning into the Hulk. But y'all remember the Hulk from back in like, what was that, the 80s? Yeah, the big green dude. Anyway, okay, that a little bit more straight. So, we are using bricks, and more bricks because that's what I've embossed a lot of. This was the stamp I was going to use in the last video to, I was going to do a couple of cards, but as you see, that one was like 40-some minutes long, so I only had time to do the one. But this is the other one that I was going to do. I don't have anywhere to put this. My desk is quite messy after this. So what I would do is I would just literally tear all around her, okay? But I already have one done, and it's probably more dry than this, so we're going to use that. I'm just going to sit right over there behind me, and I tell you what. Yeah, we're going to do our coloring first. So I've got all kinds of cool stuff here that I'm trying to figure out how to use with this girl, because she's just got like sass and attitude, and she's bad to the bone. And so I've got this Urban Vibes designer paper, and I love it. It would fit with her perfectly, but it's like that really shiny texture, or finish, I guess. And it's just not, I don't know, I just don't like that. Sometimes I've ordered like brick paper and things, and it'll be all shiny, and it's not good. So I'm thinking about some of these. And then I ordered this. The only one I can read that says Star. The others are, I don't know, maybe Spanish or something, French, I don't know. But I thought I could just trim that away and use this on something. And then even that's probably more Valentine's-y, but I thought it just looked cool and grungy. And then these I love for kind of a grunge look too. Actually, Misty sent me these. You remember these, Misty? I thought we might use this long one here, so we'll see about that. And we'll just kind of see how long we have to play around. Because, yeah. Well, anyway, we're going to do at least a card and a half, hopefully. So we're just going to, great day. I guess just color her up for right now. So, like I said in the last video, and if you, by the way, we're using, did I show y'all the stamp? It's Fashionistas by Tracy Malnofsky. I don't know. And I guess it's just called Joe. But anyway, and then this is the folder that we are using from Altanew, the brick folder. And then these are the two that I did the last video. You saw this one, I think. I did add a little bit of splatter to her, and that was about it. And then I added this to that. I've still got to figure out something to do over here, though, but I kind of like those, so we're good on that. But anyway, yeah, I've been wanting to use her for a long time, so I'm happy to have her out. She's actually, the stuff that I've kind of got laid out, I'm not totally sure if that's what we're going to finish using. Might have to just do some other options with her. I don't know. I guess it's more of a muted color palette than what I was expecting myself to use. I was expecting almost bright neon colors, or at least like deep reds and deep, I don't know. Look at that skinny little self of hers. She doesn't need to be on Weight Watchers, darn it. Ugh. I joined Weight Watchers probably 5 years ago, maybe. I don't know, 10, I don't know. It's been a while. I want to say maybe 5. I don't know. Some people have a cheat day. I have a cheat decade, at least half a decade. So yeah, back on the wagon. Probably never gonna look like that, but that's okay. As long as I can get off some blood pressure medicine and this and that and get up and down out of the floor with the younger kiddos and things at work and roll around with the doggies and whatever, I'm good. So some of the bricks, we're going to do like a hint of gray. Not this gray, but a hint of gray. But yeah, she's a bad Mama Gemma right there, I believe. Tell y'all about one of my bad Mama Gemma moments in life. Maybe one of my few, probably. I guess we all like to think we're bad to the bone, right? But I don't know. Somehow this stamp makes me want to sing, "She's a brick house." Y'all remember dancing back in the day, the club or something to that? Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So one of my moments was hanging out with. Well, actually, there was twice because we actually ended up. Okay, so let me back up. So there's this motorcycle gang, right? And this was back in, let's see, mid 90s, I guess. Well, no. Yeah, mid 90s. Because I was 18, and I think it had to be about 1996. So my town, as you know, is like very small. Even the towns around me are small, right? So, it's pretty dark. Is that the color I used before? I colored one other one, but it looks darker somehow. Anyway, give her a little blonde hair here. So, my best friend was always getting me in some sort of trouble. And she didn't always even mean to. It's a crazy thing. But she just had a habit of doing it. And it wasn't completely on her because when we would get to the trouble, then I would end up having a bit more, give her a little red lipstick. But anyway, is that the right end? Alright, so I feel like that should be maybe at the top of it silver. The little spray nozzle thing. I don't know. I think graffiti art is beautiful, by the way. Like, I love riding through the city and things and seeing some awesome graffiti. Now, like, but awesome graffiti, not just like, eh. But it has its place. But, I mean, you should not destroy property and that kind of thing. But I feel like they should give some local artists in the city, like, room to do some things, you know. But anyway, okay, so back to my motorcycle gang time. Alright, so anyway, my cousin, oh, I know that is not the color I used for that. Yeah, well, whatever. It'll be fine. So I'm going to use this light gray to go all around the bricks and things. And just do kind of a light little whatever. This will be a good story time because I don't really have to focus while I'm doing this. So anyway, so her cousin, my best friend's cousin, was in this motorcycle gang. And he and his girlfriend, I've met them a million times. But he, I think I've told you guys about him before. He's kind of strange. He lived in her grandmother's basement. And but I liked him. He had a dog, and he didn't really talk to them very much, but he would always talk to me when I come over. But anyway, so that was like for years. And so, but I'd never really been around like his group or whatever, and not really a motorcycle gang type gal, if you can't tell. So I did not know we were going, and we were like, I don't know if we've been to the movies or somewhere, but I was like, might as well pretty in pink, all dressed up, okay? So I had on like a pink top, pink shorts, like, and they were like, back then I was like a size 4, so they were like little short shorts and just a cute little top, and like I'm already short, I've got blonde hair, and just the epitome of not biker chick, okay? Walking in, and so she got some bright idea, and there was some other girl with us, and I can't remember who it was, but anyway, probably, well, I think I might know who it was. Odds are, anyway. There's probably only one that would be dumb enough to go. But anyway, so I didn't realize, I had no idea where the motorcycle gangs club or anything was. So we'd been driving about an hour or so, and we were kind of on like the other side of the county. We passed into another county, and apparently that's where it was. And so she's like, "Oh, this is where it is, blah, blah, blah. We should stop over and see my cousin Rick." And so, whatever, like at that age, you're like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, I don't care." Okay, so I have these 2 brick sheets here. Okay, so I've already cut some of these, and I actually put one other little, I don't think I am going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and stick one little, I'm not going to color it in, I'm just going to like color it from the side, you know what I mean, like just to somehow match the paper, or at least in my head. So anyway, we got there, and I was like, oh my God, like what have we gotten into now? And so, but I'm in one way, I'm like, well, now I'm pretty antisocial in a way. Like I use up all my talking, whatever, at work and this and that, and I just don't even necessarily want to be around people. But at times, I'm also a social butterfly. So, and especially in the younger I was, I was like, oh, and I loved, I don't know, getting in people's heads and just exploring new people and just things. So anyway, so we were talking to them and things, and I'm feeling slightly out of place, I have to say. And just, if I had even been dressed somewhat different, even black or just something, not like pink. And, but anyway, so one of the first few things that happened was, one of the, I call her one of the main motorcycle mamas, her, and as she lovingly referred to him, her old man, me and my old man, they were really like into it and arguing. So, won't that go on? Okay, there it goes. That's a hard lid to get on. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and do this one first. So I have all these papers kind of torn here, and what I plan on doing is, so wait, let me show you. Okay, so I've got the base. So matter of fact, let me just go ahead. Here's the tape. And I'll tape that down because I know that's like a given. That's staying. So anyway, her and her old man, sounds so redneck, were fighting or whatever. And they were fighting like right there near me, and somehow I just got involved. Not like physically or anything, but so I decided, oh my God, like they're gonna kill each other. I'm gonna have to settle this down. And so I started talking to him. And anyway, it was before it was over. It was like marriage counseling. And so anyway, another, I don't know, 30 minutes into it or whatever, and they're all lovey-dovey again. And, you know, they're like, oh, you come sit with us or whatever. And so I had officially been accepted, I suppose, after I patched up the old marriage. And so before you know it, well, actually, we're talking about shaving legs a lot. I don't know why. Luckily, my legs were shaved. But I don't know what that has to do with anything, but that was somehow the big topic of conversation around the big bonfire. Okay. I'm going to trim this off just a touch. How to do it. I just want the edge of that brick, because I want it to primarily be this brick. And I'm going to stamp something up here, so I need this on down here. Okay. Alright, that works. So, I need this thing. Ooh, you know what? I need to do my tag first. See if that works. Yeah, no. I need some more yellow. I just need to dip my finger in this and go around the edges. So anyway, let me start off this by, I hate tequila, but when you're in Rome, you know, so I was doing some tequila shots with them, and we were all becoming fast friends. So we were singing, and I was, of course, y'all know I can sing, right? Cannot sing, cannot carry a tune, but it doesn't matter when you're drinking and with your bunch of biker dudes. Like, honestly, what does it matter? We were singing the Hank Williams Jr. song. What is it? Country Boy Can Survive. So luckily, I had actually just been to a Hank concert, and I think that's one of the only country. I'm not really, well, I like that version of country, some like 90s country, and then some like really old stuff. But overall, I'm not a super huge country fan. Tend to be more of the hair bands, and I don't know. So we were singing Country Boy Can Survive. And, alright, so I'm going to try this, because I tried it on the, other tag, even though it went all over me. That's not good, but otherwise it's fine. Okay. So I'll move that for a minute. Y'all are singing it in your head right now, aren't you? Come on, tell me. Oh, man. Okay, so I need to do this, the edge of this one too. Maybe I can just run it through here. It looks like a little extra left. Maybe. I just want some rough looking edges, you know. It seems rough and rowdy, like the bikers. Okay. They're all really nice, actually. Not somewhere I necessarily want to go back, but they were pleasant. Alright, so I need this on here first. Let me hit this with the heat tool a second, make sure that's dry before I stamp on it. That should do it. And it's pretty little, so I'm just going to use this Dina Wakley set don't be tamed. Which I'm sure the bikers live by, right? So anyway, center that. Ugh, a little bit tall there, but oh well, it'll work. Oh crap, I did not get out another, hang on a minute, let me go get my stuff. Okay. That brad was going over there, so we need to pick out what. Let's just go with a nice, safe, like a frosty gold or something. Okay. I don't really use those anymore. Do you guys use your brads much anymore? I like them. I mean to, but I really don't. Oh, okay. Started to say I lost the needle, and that's why I stick it in there so I don't actually lose the thing. It's got a little cushion there. So anyway, okay. So, but the good part of the story is not our singing, whatever. We eventually left that night and survived and all, so that was a plus. But they were like, you know, if you ever need anything, young lady, you just call us. We'll be there. We got your back. You know, I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, you know, whatever. Thinking never gonna see those guys like in my life again. Like we don't really travel. Like where am I gonna see them? You know what I mean? In the same circle or whatever. So I'm gonna use this for this. But lo and behold, our high school football team was doing quite well, and we had a football game, and I never tried to never miss those because those were like social hour back in the day when you were in high school and things, and I had just started college, and I'd already moved out. I was 18, and I got my first apartment and things like that. But I would still come home, which was about, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, and a little over maybe, away, and come to the ball games and things on Friday nights. So, but I had to work early the next morning, and it was my first job, and I like didn't want to be late. I was a little stressed, you know. So I wasn't like staying out late. I'd already stayed to see the game in, but and I had told myself like I'm gonna leave earlier and that kind of stuff, but I didn't. So I was, you know, I wanted to go home and get in bed and be presentable and, you know, make sure I got to my job on time and all that good stuff. So the game was over and everything, but a lot of the people, I don't know, like I said, it's like social event time at our town. So everybody like hangs in the parking lot and talks and does whatever. So I was parked, and because I got there late too, and because I actually had to work then as well. So I had to park like way up at the end. Well, so did they, apparently. And I didn't like notice motorcycles or whatever at the point, you know, I was just headed for the game. But it's gonna go over. Yeah, okay, looks okay. But anyway, so then when I came out, they were there, but my car was locked in, and I couldn't leave. And there was this like annoying little tiny, like a bright red little truck, like a, I swear I thought it said like Datsun, or is that a brand? I don't know. Anyway, some little strange brand. Maybe it was like a Suzu or something. I don't know, but the truck was annoying me, first of all, just because it had blocked me in. And, you know, I think that's super rude. I just can't. Oh, no. Crap. That was supposed to go in there first. Shoot. See, I'm talking and I forget what doing? Come it. Come on, tape. Come on, come on, come on. A little bit more. Okay, that'll be enough. Maybe it's thin enough I can just like poke it right on through there without my little pokey tool. What do y'all think? It feels like it's a yes. Alright, hang on. I gotta focus here a minute. How about we do it crooked like that? Alright, so I'm just going to put just a hint of tape on the back of this one. Okay, so anyway, so one of the dudes recognizes me, and I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? And so he's like, hey, little mama, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, I'd be doing a heck of a lot better if this truck hadn't blocked me in, whatever. And I was telling him, have a first job, and I got to work, blah, blah, blah. He's like, listen, we told you, we got you back. And I'm like, what are you going to do, There's nothing to do. There's nobody there. And so they literally, like, there's 5 of them, and all 5 dudes bounced, like, the little truck over and over and over and over to where I could get my car out. He's like, listen, I told you anything you need. You just let us know. And I just thought that was just the coolest thing, and I was just sure that I was, like, in the gang, Total motorcycle mama in pink. Actually, that day I was in my school colors in green. Still not motorcycle mama, but that is my badass story, I suppose, of life on the edge, right? Sad, isn't it? That's all I've got. Haven't lived a super exciting life, y'all. Sorry. But anyway, I think that's pretty cool looking. What do you think? Hold it up so you can see it a little bit better. Put a little Castella on there. Okay, so now I did color my other one. And so this is where we are going to use, yet again, another one of these bricked backgrounds from the card before this, if you happen to see it. So we're going to do like a similar thing, but I'm using some Distress Oxides instead of those other ones that keep sticking on me. So, alright, so I'm going to start with this Wild Honey. I want to do it enough to where it's runny, because the runny factor is kind of what I'm looking for. Okay, oh, and I've sprayed everything over there, so everything has a touch of Wild Honey. Okay, now we're going to do, that's where that splat box thing would come in super duper handy. Not really the best plan, but I guess if I just keep pouring it to it, right? I don't know. Then a little crackling campfire. I don't think you're hardly going to be able to see this very much like I thought, but, and I'll just finish off with a little more gray. Yeah. Well, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to get another paper towel. God. The hands are quite yucky. I wish y'all could see all this. Everything. I've missed it over here. Oh boy. Alright, so we're going to heat dry this for a quick second. Okay, not perfect, but it'll have to do. It's, boy, that is still. Let me heat it from the back. Sorry, y'all. I know that's super loud. I really do apologize. There's another really way to do it. Okay, so I've got that. This is how I colored her. It's pretty much the same way, except I think I missed a couple of colors there, but whatever. So this one is already dry, so we'll just use that. So that one isn't giving me problems. So I cut this background, and where's that darn tag? Okay, so alright, so we're going to go around everything, same as we did in one of the last cards, the last video anyway, with this black soot a little bit. Give it just a little bit darker edge, because tonight we're in the motorcycle club and we're edgy. Actually, I think the motorcycle clubs get a bad rap. They're pretty cool guys, it seems like. Just some really big burly dudes that make you wonder, but they seem like big old teddy bears, so I don't know. My friend Amy said this reminded her. I was like, what do you think? I said, give me some ideas for brick cards. What can I do? She's not really a crafter or anything, but she's like, well, you know, you got the 3 little pigs. She's like, that's what it reminds me of. And I'm like, what? And she said, you know, little pig, let me in. Not by the hair, you know, I'll blow your house down. And the brick house is the one that made it, right? So I'm like, well, huh, maybe if I had some big stamps. Alright, so I'm just going to edge this as well. Just a little bit. I do want to do I remember seeing something online like blue and gray brick somewhere. So I'm going to try to find that again, or I'll just pull out my blue stuff and kind of go with it. But I wonder if I should tear her. Now, I think if I turn it, it actually will be okay, like the other one. So let's see, I need to stamp my thing. Where'd that stamp go? Where's that little stamp? Oh, there it is. Alright, it's the right way up. How many times have y'all ever stamped a stamp knife the right way? That is, ugh. That's fun. Makes you scream and cuss and whatever, but okay. So now I just need this again. And I'm going to put on a silver one to kind of bring out the gray just a little bit. I hope it's not too silver. If it is, you know what we can do? We can just put a little ink on it and it'll be fine. I do not know how I'm going to get all these layers of ink. This is why sometimes when I have ideas, I cannot just run in here and do them. Like say if it's a work night or whatever. Because you get like this and it won't come off for like a day or so. And you can't like go to work like that, you know what I mean? So, okay, I'm going to just go back around the edges of her too. Just so everything sort of matches. It'll still have some of that brown on there. It'll be fine. Toughen it up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Is anybody tanned yet, by the way? I have 0 sun right now. Well, sometimes I don't even have sun because, you know, whatever, but I just do a fake tan. But I don't even have that. I'm like white as a ghost right now. Her arms and legs showing a lot here made me think of just tanning myself up. I need to do that soon. Got that moonlight tan thing going on right now. There's just no time to like go out anymore, and I don't really, I know it's not healthy to like lay in the sun like I used to, but it's like I don't know. My legs just don't get it like they used to. And I just think, I don't know, I really think people look better with a tan. I feel better with a tan. I don't know if it just fakes me out or that's just my mind or what, but I just feel healthier with a tan. Okay, coming together finally here. So what ideas do you guys have for me for brick cards? I won't do them all on camera because I'm sure you're probably already bored of them. You've already seen a few, but thinking about doing some flowers and vines, that blue-gray brick kind of thing. Do something with that, and maybe that'll be, I might film, which one of those would you guys rather see if I manage to do those? Blue-gray brick with something, or some flowers and vines or something. Alright, so I actually kind of am not thrilled with this back layer now. I thought I would be, but I mean I like her, but it seems a little bright now. So I wonder if I should like cut that off and do a nice gray or something, or this color. But I don't know. But anyway, so for now, here are our 2 cool little girly spray paint cards. Alright guys, I will talk to y'all later, and thanks for listening to me ramble on. Bye y'all.